Yo, we're going to be flying in the UK today. We're going to go from in the vicinity of Sheffield. We're going to head east over to Lincoln, and then we're going to head north um, towards Hull and across the Humber Bridge. We'll see the Humber Bridge. We'll then follow this river, whatever it's called, the Humber. Well, I'm not even gonna. Right, we're going to follow the Humber. And then we're going to head north up the east coast along to Scarborough, which is around about here. We might just continue a little bit past Robin Hood's Bay and see Whitby as well. So should be good fun. A nice little flight today. Um, where's my local airfield? To Chesterfield. God, this mapping is so responsive, unlike Google Maps, which seems to take quite some time to load up. There we go. Colaston Airfield. So, like I said, we're going to be heading east. So I'm hoping due east we go across Worksop. Oh, there's Lincoln. So just slightly shy of due east, really. I mean, what we can do is head to Chesterfield, and then we'll follow the motorway out. Actually, we'll follow the one of the A roads out. Okay, so let's get into the airfield. I'm just going to set a departure. I'm not setting any arrival. Coffee, check. That's my checklist. Coffee. Mm. Wake me up before you go. Something solo. Got the jibber in the house. That's good. I finally got that bloody heartbeat song out of my head. Oh, it's back. Heartbeat. Why do you miss when my baby kisses? Do do boom 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 boom. Um, okay. Let's take off the parking brake and throttle up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Flight 729A from Colaston Airfield to Scarborough. We will be flying in clear skies. There we go. There's my pilot announcement. And let's take off. Nice and smooth-ish. Smooth-ish. It is really strange actually, like when you're in a plane, because the instrument panel really does block most of your view. Okay, let's bank to the left and head towards Chesterfield. I've only done this journey a few times.
Approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is type Cessna 152 1 miles west of Echo Golf Charlie Alpha 1,100 feet. Request flight following.
In the car. So I'm not 100%
Squawk 0475 Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
on like following the roads, to be honest, let alone being in the air. But I'm feeling confident we'll get there.
Roger Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Okay. I think Chesterfield's down here. Really? Bow now, bow, bow. Hmm. Yeah, that's starting to look.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra contact Manchester Center on 118.775. Good day.
Right to you. Oh, there's that canal that we picked up
118.775
yesterday
for Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
into Chesterfield.
Manchester Center, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra, 1,500 feet.
I think.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Manchester Center altimeter 29.992. Continue as planned.
Okay, I think we're going to head towards Hasland. This feels quite a big place, actually. I mean, it looks massive from the air. It really does look massive. Okay, that looks like the town. So we're going to be heading. Is that the train station as well? I think we're going to be following this road out here to the motorway. I'm hoping it's this road. Yeah. Okay, so if that's Hasland. Is it Hasland? Yeah. Then we'll follow this out. I think this is the A619. And it heads out towards the M1. The hospital, I think, is there.
Climb and maintain flight level 2102 air and hashtag 91, 52 and hashtag 93, 584.
Okay. Well, we know we want to be heading east anyway. I didn't realise how much this road winds to me, in my mind, driving in the car. It's just a straight road. So not. Sort this heading out.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra contact approach on 126.225. Good day.
126.225 for Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
That I'm sure is supposed to be a petrol station. It's not like a huge block of flats. Ah, there we go. Here's the M1. That was quick. Still trying to correct my heading, actually. Huh? That's a car boot. That's a car boot I go to occasionally. It's strange. Twin Oaks. Oh. Oh. Oh well, I've overshot my correction. So let's get to 90 degrees. Shirebrook. Bit of a reputation in Shirebrook. One of those sort of, again, ex-mining towns where the culture's sort of stuck around. Really fantastic school there. And I think they've got like the Sports Direct warehouse as well there. Like there was an infamous case of a girl giving birth in the toilets, and I mean, by all accounts, I think it's just pretty piss poor working conditions. You know what I mean? It's yeah, it's a difficult place, really. All of these places are in such scenic areas, though. Do you know what I mean? Nice places. It's just the people. No, but they are. They're in such beautiful areas. You know, Derbyshire, Nottinghamshire. They're so fantastic. I suppose drugs have an impact on an area as well, maybe. Lack of opportunities, lack of ambition. I don't know. I don't know what it is that makes it. Can't tar an area all with the same brush, I suppose. I wonder if that is the big distribution place I was talking about, the big Sports Direct distribution place. Talking of shithole areas, Worksop, oh my god. That's Shirebrook. Yeah. Where is it? Where's Worksop? Seems to be really off my head. So let's fly at 80 degrees for a little while just to compensate. Oh, that's not, sorry, that's Warsaw. Well, flying over Shirebrook was good news. Let's get east. God's sake. Right, that's good. I'm not familiar with Warsaw, actually. Don't know it. Again, it's a big place. I mean, like, like this sounds naive, but if I was to think how big's Chesterfield, I'd have thought that size. Do you know what I mean? It just seems quite small to me. I don't know. So God knows what it's going to be like to fly over other places like Birmingham. I lived in Birmingham for 10 years. I bet that place is massive. So flat. As you start to head towards Lincolnshire, God, it's flat. Now I wonder if I've been to this woodlands, because I go cycling somewhere east of Chesterfield, and this is about round about the sort of drive I've done. So I wonder if this is like Robin Hood woodlands, whatever it's called, Sherwood Forest. I wonder, could be. It's not very big if it is. You know what? I really think it is actually, because all that clearing there, that's familiar. Yeah, Sherwood Pine Forest. I couldn't from the air. Sort of generic trees, really. You can't sort of say that they're evergreens or not. Okay, New Clifton. Not sure. Again, another place I'm not overly familiar with. It's a lovely altitude, 1,500 feet. It's just the right sort of height by which to see places in their entirety, but also be quite up close. So again, I'm not 100% New Ollerton. Tuxford, Collingham. Bolton. Don't recognise these names at all. I presume we've gone past Mansfield and all of that. We must have done. Thought I can't see that on the map either. I knew of Broughton. It's strange actually when you work in places and you meet members of staff and their surnames, or kids in schools and all their different surnames. They all seem to relate to areas and stuff. It's quite strange. It's quite uncanny actually. I think I've been there camping before, Walesby actually. It's quite a trek across to Lincoln. I should be crossing a river soon, I think. Can't see any rivers. Alderton. What I don't want to do is end up seeing the coast. Tuxford. Ah, that's good news, Tuxford. Tuxford is directly east, or directly to the west of Lincoln, so I've been to Lincoln a few times actually. Really nice place. Lincolnshire is generally flat. It's generally no, but there's one hell of a hill in Lincoln actually to walk up to the cathedral. I would park at the bottom, walk up to the cathedral, and then walk back down to the hill, not the other way around. Don't park at the top, walk to the bottom, walk around Lincoln, get tired out, and then face that hill coming back up. And it's not that tragic, but it is significant. Beautiful cathedral. Look how flat this is. That's incredibly flat, isn't it? Now, if we've passed Tuxford, and that road there is the A1, actually. We should also be flying over a river shortly. Is that the river down there? This is, I think this is North Highcombe we're coming up to. Oh no, here's the river. Okay. It still was quite a lot further than I thought, actually. Just getting a sense of scale now. I'm trying to adjust my sense of scale. Just making little adjustments to my heading there. Just want to head slightly northeast of it. Well, coffee. I've just remembered. Now, I'm just going to put myself into a climb and just go and grab my second cup of coffee. Doesn't sound like a crash, so that's always good news. What have I missed? What have I missed? Have I missed anything? Right, that's good news. Okay, so there, where all the water is North Hycombe. That's southwest of Lincoln, only just. A lot of agriculture. It's just a patchwork quilt of agriculture, isn't it, Britain? Wow. It's all been forest at some stage. Now, huge population to feed. Once we've had a look around Lincoln, we'll head north. Scunthorpe. We'll try and give Scunthorpe a wide berth. Oh dear. Never been. But you can judge a place by its name, can't you? No, I think it's featured in Britain's Crap Towns. Scunthorpe and Grimsby. There's a film about Grimsby, wasn't there? A documentary, a film, I don't know. Right. Oh dear. Look at these waterways. They're fantastic. I wonder why they're so... Have they been deliberately waterlogged, or is this a lake, or... What is it? What's it for? Almost like... If it'd been anywhere else, you'd assume it's like rice fields, wouldn't you, or something? More pleasant flight inside the cockpit, actually. Right. Just can't see as much. So that's Hycombe. Swampy. That's confused me because, oh, I suppose we want to be heading northeast now. Lincoln is there. It can't seem to distinguish this between like larger cities and smaller towns, like the mapping and the indicators. It's superb, don't get me wrong, But it seems to like put everything on equal weighting in terms of significance. Swanpool. I doubt anybody's heard of Swanpool unless you've come from Swanpool. You know what I mean? There's quite a lot of water around Lincoln. I didn't realise that. Okay, we'll have a dip down. I don't know where the cathedral is. I don't even know if it'll show up. I don't know where that street is that I was talking about either. But we'd have approached from either the left or from somewhere behind anyway. Oh, I remember. I think this is the street just beneath, actually, because I remember standing along that river taking photos. Quite a big river actually. Again, I don't know where this cathedral is. That seems to be up on the hill, doesn't it, up there? So I'm guessing the cathedral's around here somewhere. Would that be the cathedral? The fortified area? 100%. Well, there's Lincoln anyway. I feel like I'm awfully close, awfully low at the moment. What am I, like less than 500 feet? That was a bit close. Okay. So, we're going to head northbound then. Sort of along maybe the A15. I'd be guessing that this is the A15 that we're following along here. This is the right sort. Whoa, shit! Took my eyes off the ball. This is the right sort of dull for me on a Saturday afternoon. What time is it? Oh, Saturday morning. this and a good old-fashioned train simulator. That'll do me good. I could do some railway journeys of Britain as well. I'd love to do that. Flying is by far more interesting, but rail would be pretty cool. Now there is this, we've been on this, the North Yorkshire Rail. It's absolutely superb, like well worth the trip. North Yorkshire Moors Railway or something like that. It's a steam railway. I don't know where it sets off from. Thirsk, maybe. Absolutely superb though, well worth it. I'm tempted to fly. Oh no, I know where it sets off from. It sets off from a place called Pickering. So, where's Pickering on the map? Oh, I'm flying over an airfield now. Shit.
Humberside approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra 1,100 feet.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Humberside approach altimeter 29.9 to continue as planned.
Right, I've just lost my PPL, I think, from that. But never mind. Right. Pickering. Do you know who I am? I am Ronnie Pickering. Pickering. There we go. I think it's Pickering. It sort of rings a bell. I'm gonna photos on Google Maps look familiar. I haven't left a review. It's under my saved places. There's Whitby Abbey. Oh, so in terms of like, not actually that far from Scarborough, Pickering. Jesus, that's really close by. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I should know this. North Moors Yorkshire Railway. No. North Yorkshire Moors Railway. Something like that. Yeah, it is. It's the North Yorkshire Moors Railway. Okay. I wonder I've been singing Heartbeat because I've been like thinking this is where I was going to fly today actually. Hemswell. Went there recently as well. Big like antique thing. It doesn't say. Timetables. It hasn't given me a quick answer as to where it's setting off from. A15 is a very straight road. What have the Romans ever done for us? Where the hell? Go to book tickets. You pay £45 for a ticket and then you get 12 months from the date of your first visit free. Right, it has mentioned here Pickering. So that's what we'll do then. We'll head up to Pickering Okay, so we'll go across the Humber. We'll take a long route round, possibly towards York. We stayed in Hull shortly after it got its, I think it was like the European City of Culture Award. So I'm guessing that must have been around about 2017, 2016 maybe. I really liked the city. I thought the museums were absolutely excellent. It was really fascinating to understand about Hull's maritime history, and also the the role of people in the abolitionist movement for the transatlantic slave trade. It was a fascinating experience. Seeing the bridge is wonderful as well. I mounted a 360 camera in the car a couple of weeks ago as we went across the bridge, and yeah, no, it doesn't look that great at all. It looks all right. It didn't look as good as I thought it would do, to be honest. To see the patterns of the bridge as you're driving under it. We've got some cool bridges in the UK. The Humber Bridge is pretty cool. There's one in Wales, and then there's the Forth Road Bridge, Edinburgh way. That's pretty cool. That's my favourite, I think, Forth Road Bridge, just because of like the circumstances by which we drove across it, coming into Edinburgh, having driven throughout the night, and then just to see this huge bridge as like a gateway to civilization again from trekking in the Scottish Highlands. It was absolutely fabulous. Still on the A15. This is a hell of a long road, actually. We'll have Scunthorpe. We'll be passing Scunthorpe on our west. No sign of the Humber yet. Well, I'm not surprised, really. What we'll do is, as we get towards Broughton, we'll just go north by northeast towards the Humber Bridge. Or we could fly under the Humber. Can we fly under the bridge? Right, there's Broughton, as predicted. So I think the Humber Bridge is over in this direction. We can see the Humber straight ahead. So north by northeast must be 22.5 degrees. If northeast is 45, then we're about right. 20 degrees. Oh, that's not Broughton, that's Broughton Vale. Oh well, I am guessing that that's the M18 we've just crossed. M180, sorry. So there's the Humber. Oh, like lovely, all these little hamlets of Britain. They're so nice. Not inconceivable that couple of 100 years into the future, all of this will just be city, like megalopolis sort of. Look at this really straight dike here. That's so incredibly straight, isn't it? Presumably built for industry. So straight along, isn't it? Wow. Wow. Okay, no signs of the Humber yet. Sorry, I can see the Humber in front. The Humber Bridge. So what have we got? What are we expecting? Winterton? No. Barton upon Humber. Well, there's a simple solution, isn't there? I mean, looking at things, we should really be seeing the Humber Bridge now. Disappointing, if not. Very disappointing. I mean, again, I don't know if that's a DLC or, you know what I mean, you have to buy that content from the marketplace. Seems a bit of a rip-off, really. Like, even if it's like £2, which they're not. I've seen stuff for like £8, but the idea of spending £2 just to see one bridge, I don't know. A bit cheeky, really. That island, I recognise that island, so I think we're about right. I think we're in the right direction. I think the Humber Bridge should be over here. That should be Barton on Humber then. Yeah, it is. Now I'm hoping that the Humber Bridge just hasn't rendered in yet, maybe. I'd have thought, given the size of it, you'd see it from this altitude, this distance out. Okay, I can see a bridge now. I'm tempted to fly up to Bridlington as well, because and could go past Hornsey and all of that sort of stuff. That's strange, I didn't expect to see two bridges. There's a nice little viewing point for the Humber Bridge. I think on the north side, actually. I think when we first came to Hull, we pulled over on the north side, and I think there was a really excellent little park and everything. On the south side, I think there is a viewing point, just where I'm looking, said to screen, but I don't think it's a particularly big place. No, it hasn't rendered in like what you'd expect, unfortunately. Like, there's a road there, but it's not a bridge. Like, that's a bit disappointed, really. That's hugely disappointing. You'd think such a famous British landmark would have been rendered in. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, huge disappointment, really. But, I mean, you still get a sense of the scale of that. Look at the length of it. So long. Cars are driving actually underneath the bridge there. Right. So let's be right off going to Hull now. Let's head northeast and we'll go via the coast then. We'll fly up the coastline. So this is Hull. I like Hull. I think it's fairly typical of a northern post-industrial town. I could understand why a lot of people from Hull don't particularly like Hull. I mean, a photo I took was a building with the advertisements of the European City of Culture Award, but underneath it were 20 rough sleeping homeless people. So it's, I suppose every city has its difficulties and things, but I think Hull can be a bit rough. Again, I think it's just yet another example of a northern post-industrial city with a scarcity of employment and self-esteem. I don't know. It's huge though, isn't it, Hull? Wow. Absolutely huge. God, I mean, you look at the size of this and then and think that that's at one time, not so long ago, would have been a small town and village. Just look at the size of it all. So much of that is industry though. I mean, these seaside towns that we're flying towards, they would have been absolutely bustling back in the day, decades ago. And they still are now. But, oh look, there's the Hull marker. They're nothing like they were. And they do look sort of like a bit dead, really. I mean, I don't know. I suppose we don't go peak season, maybe. Beautiful. God, this is the life, isn't it? Just sat back in the lounge, chilling out, and just fucking flying over Hull. It's just crazy. Like how realistic this is as well. I just can't get my head around it. To me, anyway. I mean, there might be people out there that are like, oh, you've got to be on DCS or flight gear or something else. I don't know. Like, to me, this is just superb. And if there are flight sims that are even more textured and detailed, I'd be up for them. I just think this is absolutely marvelous. Oh, these are the days. This is the life. I'm trying to think of that song by the Lightning Seeds, but I can't remember how it goes. What's that bell button for? I haven't really looked around the cockpit much, has I? That's our headache. I'm not sure. I used to have a compass in the Jeep, but it was so bloody handy. I don't have a compass in the car now. It's so handy to just sort of know. Anti-ice engine. Oh wait, where's my yoke gone? Oh my god. There we go. That's pretty cool. So like depending on the way you set up your monitors and stuff, you can decide whether or not to have a yoke, basically, which is neat. I could so easily get into setting up a cockpit at home. Like, I don't think I'm going to fly this that much. I mean, it's novel for me at the moment, so I'm going to be on it a bit. Oh, excuse me. But I don't think this is going to form a staple of my gaming. Just a bit chilled, really, isn't it? Right, Cowden. That's not on my map anyway. Can't see. Cowden. Why is that not on my map? Ah. Huh. Wind farms. Okay. Well, we'll take a left up the coast then. Oh, I can already smell the sea air. Wow, look, the wind farms are actually rotating as well. It's a windy day, all in unison. Oh, the wind, that is a wind farm. What's doing the rotating? I suppose it's a propeller or... I can't remember the name of that really. What's it called? A windmill? I don't know. Don't know what that's called. A generator. Don't know what the proper term is. Okay, I hope this coast looks decent and not just a straight edge and then sea. Like, I hope there's some topography to it, but it does look like a straight edge and then sea. Oh, that's a bit of a shame.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra contact Manchester Center on 118.775. Good day.
118.775 for Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra. Manchester Center, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra, 2,100 feet.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Manchester Center altimeter 29.9er2. Continue as planned.
Okay, there's Hornsey. So I must have been further east of Hull when I set off on a northeasterly heading.
2A air and hashtag 91. 52 and hashtag 93.
Because I'm surprised to be south of Hornsey at the moment. But there we have it. I presume the radio's kicking off because I've left landmass basically. I'm no longer over land. I don't know. I mean, it'd be so cool if you like lived there and you could just like fly by your own house and see it. I mean, that'd be pretty cool. That looks like a campsite, you know, like one of those middle class glamping yurt type things. Do you know what I mean? 300 quid a night. Extra £75 if you want to have a fire lit for you. Do you know what I mean? That sort of bullshit. Go wild camping. Like, no matter who you are, and what you're used to, and what your skill sets are, get your skill set up to a point where you can go wild camping, because the joy of camping is the joy of being independent. So much of our lives are dependent on other people. Unless you own land, unless you own enough land to farm and produce your own food, you are inevitably dependent on other people. And I know this sounds a bit strange, but like, dependence is like indebtedness in a way. Do you know what I mean? And indebtedness is surely the first step into slavery. Ergo, independence is the first step of liberty. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. But yeah, I love wild camping. I'll convince anybody to wild camp. I just think it's superb. Oh, okay, so there is a bit, great, okay, there is a bit of a topographic indication of the coast. Being as the coast is nice and straight, I'm just going to throttle down as I dive. But I think it's worthwhile getting into a reasonable low altitude and then just being able to see the cliff line. If it wasn't so straight, I think I'd be reluctant to maneuver. But there we have it. Okay. That's not what the coast looks like going along here, but it's a good representation anyway. It'll do. I'm more interested in what Scarborough looks like. I know Scarborough very well. And I would know Robin Hood's Bay to look at it, and Whitby as well, so be interesting. But I've walked the beach and coast around Scarborough, so I do know it, and a few other coastal places I've walked that I would know well enough. Okay, I'm not a seaplane. Okay, so we're coming up to Bridlington, which I didn't get the time I wanted to have in Bridlington really. I do like, oh, did we? I can't remember, did we go to Bridlington on the way back? I think I got some great stuff from the charity shops in Bridlington. I think it was Bridlington. We even found time to go to Scarborough. And I got a massive load of CDs, actually, some great stuff. You know, in Blonde on Blonde, finally got that album on CD. And some other good albums as well. Yeah, did really well, actually. So disappointed at a beach we stayed at in the south of England. Actually, sorry, I say we stayed at, it was through work, and I can't remember the name of the place now. There was a Chinese restaurant that was an all-you-can-eat a la carte Chinese, but they served fish, and oh my god, I was just like, yeah, for my next plate, I'll have calamari. And for my next plate, I'll have calamari. And it was just like, oh, oh my God, I absolutely gorged out on just the most wonderful tasting food. Yeah, it was just a shame that the beach was absolutely pebbled. All it was just large pebbles. Not sandy at all. I was like, oh. I didn't realise a beach could be not very sandy. Do you know what I mean? And it's so cool to have a a beach that's like beautiful sand as well. Like that is wonderful. And I think most of the East Coast, the beaches have beautiful sands as well. I think I haven't come across a beach that hasn't. On the South Coast, though, as you go towards the west, like the beaches can be beautiful as well. Brighton was really nice, and of course around Dorset, that sort of area, beaches are beautiful. I don't know about the West Coast. I don't think I've ever been to a beach on the West Coast, not even like in my time in Wales and stuff. Okay, so here's Bridlington. This little, would you call it a peninsula, is Flamborough. And as we cross over, we'll be coming right up on Scarborough actually. Now, I don't know where Pickering is. Oh, I do know where Pickering is. Pickering is, I'm going to say it's about 35 degrees from Bridlington. Maybe 40. So, I think we'll fly to Pickering and then pick up the coast again. There's Castle Howard as well. Well, again, Bridlington is a lot bigger than I thought. I mean, that's quite vast actually. That's like the size of Chesterfield. Let's just give some more thrust as we climb. Climb. Don't want to stall out. I don't know what the stall speed is. I think we're okay at, well, we seem to be okay at 55 knots. Okay. So let's rotate round. We want to be 270, add 40, 210 degrees. £310. What am I about 210 degrees? Bearings are all wrong. Let's go for 300. I think we'll be alright at that. So I think Scarborough's going to be up that way, but like I said, we'll head towards Pickering, and we'll follow. It's on the edge of North Riding's Forest Park. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, we'll pick up Pickering. Should be Moulton as well nearby, but I can't see that. Looking for forest. Dale. Burton Fleming, not sure. Again, I don't think it distinguishes the significance of places based on the size. There should be some sort of stat for that, really. Ooh. But there isn't. There is nothing. There is nothing. Nice straight plough lines, isn't there, really? It's quite interesting. Okay. Well, I don't know where that is. I don't know where that is. None of these are on my map. That's an airfield over there. I think maybe, okay, maybe 295 would have been a better angle. I don't know. Difficult to tell. But it's certainly on the edge of the forest anyway. Well, I presume, but it's on the edge of quite a hilly region. So I think we should be getting quite close by. Staxton. There is a Snainton that I can see on my map. Flixton. I've got a Sherborne, Willington, Old Melton, and a Snainton. Nothing else. We have put some distance between us and Bridlington actually, so I mean I'm hoping that this is just me getting scales muddled up. Okay. I think I know where we are. Oh, Sherborne. Excellent. I want to fly over Sherborne. And I want to be heading about 290 from Sherborne. If I was flying over Sherborne. Which I'm not. Why am I descending to 17,000? What for? that me? Did she say 17,000? And I'm going to 1,700, I don't know. Well, who's she talking to? Oh, fuck it. Right, Sherborne. And then from Sherborne, Pickering has got to be about 290 as a heading. I was pretty much on course, to be fair. This is a very flat area. Now, I'm not going to assume the path of the North Yorkshire Moors Railway. I'm just going to could do with bringing up a map actually. I know it heads east, but I don't know what the route is. Yellingham. If we see Yeddingham, if we see an Ollerton, I'm doing all right. Allerton, I presume. Addiston. Difficult to make that out against the sky. I'm not really picking up a river on my route. Sherborne. Oh, there is. Okay. We really shouldn't be far away from Pickering now, though. Wilton. No, not sure. Okay. Maybe I should just bring this map in a bit closer. That's better. The only Wilton I've known is a Joe Wilton who taught anatomy at Birmingham University Medical School. She was well known, well loved by students. Yeah, she was a great lady actually. She came across as quite miserable, shall we say, at times. Thorntondale, that's good. That's good. Yeah, there's so many surnames I recognise around the place. All these little villages and stuff like that. I think it's absolutely superb to see that. Okay, so the thing is, Thorntondale is just east of Pickering. So this has got to be Pickering coming up. We've got to be very close to Pickering. There we go, Pickering. 3 knots. So manoeuvre around and then we'll pick up the North Yorkshire Moors Railway from there and fly back towards the east. So this road going into Pickering westbound. So we're going westbound, are we? So this must be the A170 down there. Must be. Okay. So, can we see a railway line?
Descend and maintain 15,000 feet.
Not from the cockpit, we won't be able to see one. Cockpit's just for navigation by numbers, really, I think. Well, actually, how well do I know Pickering? I know how to park up and get to the railway station. I don't know it from the air. It actually is quite a turn on the railway line. Okay, I think the railway line... No, maybe not. There's the river. I think the railway line's got to go this way. I'm just following the river now. I really can't see a railway line. I remember the river. I remember crossing the river. I think, is the railway line on this side? Should stand out quite significantly, really. Still struggling to see the railway.
Going to 125.0 Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra. Top flip approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra 1,200 feet.
Okay, at 1,000 feet, that's quite low. That's got to be the rail. Oh, there's the engine shed. Yes, there it is. Okay, so it is following the river to some degree or another. That's the engine shed beneath us.
Going to 118.775 Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra. Manchester Center Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf
There it
Sierra
is.
1,000
It's got to be following along the river then. That sort of makes sense. I'm not going to be able to see the wood for the trees, but I think it's still following along the river. I remember this arcing turn along here because it's the first time you really get to see the actual engine from the carriages. Look at that, it's quite a dramatic turn actually. It's not as straight as I expected it to be. It's an absolutely wonderful experience. It really is. As long as we're heading east, I think we'll get there eventually. I'm not going to be able to see it through this woodland. I can see part of the track there, centre screen. Where's it heading off to then? Surprised to be turning so far north, and I think I would have lost it now because no, maybe not. Maybe it's beneath us still. I need to know the path. North Yorkshire Moors Railway route. get an image of it really on that. Oh, okay. I'm a fool. It goes up to Whitby, actually. I didn't realise that. Okay, so I thought it headed east. But this makes more sense. So it's pretty much heading north. The North Yorkshire Moors Railway heads north. There we go. I didn't realise that actually. We took a return trip. We went from Scarborough, drove to Pickering, picked up the railway line. But we didn't go all the way into Whitby. We only went up to the place where they either film Heartbeat or Last in the Summer Wine. I think it's the place where they film Heartbeat. Oh my God! Just lost my shit there. Very windy. Just making sure that the wines correspond with the map. They seem to. Weird that it's detailed enough that you can actually discern the railway route like that. Like I can see I can see from the tree line being cut away where it's heading. It'd be actually wonderful to see an actual steam engine on this right now. It's not going to happen, but to see steam travelling along would be, oh, that'd be amazing.
Climb and maintain 14,000 feet, Janix 556. Janix 556, climb and maintain 16,000 feet. Climb and maintain 16,000 feet, Janix 556.
So we should be passing, we should be passing a place called Levisham and Newtondale Holt. Oh, that's so wonderful that I didn't realise. I mean, I've obviously been on this railway line. I didn't realise it goes through. I can't remember it going through a valley like this though. That's incredible. So picturesque. I think there's oh yeah, there's Goathland coming up. Then we'll get to a place called Grossmont. And then it's pretty much a straight northeasterly direction into Whitby. Which would be nice to see Whitby. And then we'll go back down the coast and south along the east coast to see Scarborough. Okay.
Climb and maintain 16,000 feet, Janix 556.
Yeah. Oh, it's wonderful to see this. Okay, Grossmont is up ahead. Grossmont. Ah, that is where we stopped off. And this is I think this is the Heartbeat place where it's all filmed, like certain key places anyway. But where's the railway line go? I seem to have lost it now.
Descend and maintain 15,000 feet, 10x556.
It's not.
10x556
Ah,
climb and maintain 16,000 feet.
okay. Well, I'm going to Grossmont anyway, so we'll just.
Climb and maintain 16,000 feet,
I presumed
10x556.
it's not tunneled through. There's no way it would have done. Not when it was built. So is that it now? It looks fairly straight, doesn't it?
10x556 descend and maintain 9,000 feet. Keep speed not above 220
Okay.
knots.
So here's Grossmont, and then, like I said, if we go northeasterly from here, the railway line continues into Scarborough. Oh, that looks like whatever it's called, embankments and stuff, sidings. But come on, head northeast now, all the way into not Scarborough, Whitby, sorry. I didn't realise it was so hilly around here. Oh, yeah, there's a few hills in Whitby. I know Whitby Abbey sits atop one of the hills as well. Is
Climb and maintain flight level 250
Whitby.
10x5 Niner tree.
Sands End is there, so Whitby must be there. Is that New Home? Yeah, New Home Dunsey. I mean, I'm getting the impression from this that Whitby's not that large, but Whitby is a big place. That must be Whitby there, then. It's got to be. Yeah, it says it Whitby. Right. Yeah, that's about right. Wow, you can actually see whatever it's called, the bit that juts out into the sea that you can walk along, the like the harbour wall or whatever. That's incredible. Okay. Well, that's wonderful. That really is Whitby as well. I recognise it. That's just amazing. It's absolutely incredible.
Lion Air 5042, you are 2 miles southeast. Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Expect ILS runway tree 2 approach.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to
Clear to Lima Bravo Alpha.
down,
Lion Air 5042,
take a
you
low
are 2
pass.
miles southeast. Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Expect ILS runway tree 2 approach via Lima Bravo Alpha transition. Clear to Lima Bravo Alpha.
That's just mind-blowing. That is mind-blowing. I feel like that scene from Dunkirk where his engine's cut out and he takes down the bomber. Yeah, And when we go, we usually park just down there on the, just literally beneath us right now. That's where we usually park. Wow. We're coming across that bridge. Huh, that's incredible. That's absolutely blown my mind, that just stall, come on. Don't stall me on me now. If you stall on me now. There we go. French's is just literally centre screen over there. Just there where I'm looking, centre screen. Then we usually walk along there. There's that bridge into the old town. That's amazing. I've walked up there before. And then the Abbey is over there. Oh, that's superb. I'm absolutely blown away. Yeah, this is the Abbey. There's not a huge amount to see from the air. Doesn't look like that building at all. I don't know why the friend did that building, but yeah, that's superb. That is Whitby. I think the car park area could have been. Well, actually, I mean that's what it probably looks like when there's no cars in there. It just looks like a big flat grey area. It's a huge bit of car park. I realise all the housing, these units, are all so similar. But yeah, that's wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful. Right, we'll continue along the coast there. And we'll go to Robin Hood's Bay next. I couldn't tell you distance-wise how far it is, but I've got an idea of where it is. You know, there's a thing down here that juts out like that. Now, where's that? That's not Robin Hood's Bay. That, couldn't tell you. I think this is Robin Hood's Bay coming up. Maybe not. It's after a real jutty outy bitty. So maybe it's not here. Maybe it's there where I'm looking centre screen. Yep, there it's come up. Robin Hood's Bay. What time of day is it? Because I'm surprised at the shadows along the coast at the moment. Where would the sun be? It would be nice to have caught the rising sun actually. Although I did set off in the morning, I suppose. You know, just afternoon time. Yeah, 2:30. What time did I depart? 11:30. So, I mean, I know Robin Hood's Bay well enough to look at from the air. A really, really worth a visit. Absolutely superb. You have to park at the top and walk down. There's another place like that, Caton Bay Beach, I think it's called, where you have to park at the top and walk down. And what it means is, it's not as crowded. I'll be blunt, sometimes there's a fair bit of riff-raff around seaside towns, but the good thing about riff-raff is they tend to be quite lazy and only go to places where they can park immediately outside. So if you if you go, God, it sounds awful, doesn't it? But look, I'll be blunt. I'll save you a lot of hassle, right? If you go to places where you need to park and then walk for a mile, you can generally skip out the riffraff, which is pretty cool. Now, yeah, so this is Robin Hood's Bay. Um, I'm not sure exactly. I think you'd park here. Yeah, that roundabout just beneath us. You park there. Then you walk down through the town, and then you can see the beach down there. So I'll just do a little pass back round. But yeah, it's absolutely stunning. I'm not sure why it's named after Robin Hood, but it really is. I'm really struggling to see my altitude then. Look at this for a turn. Didn't like that, did it? Yeah, I've got great shots from this beach actually. Then you have to walk all the way up this hill again, which is quite manic. And you're done. That's Robin Hood's Bay. There are some antique shops down there, but the thing is, you wouldn't want to buy anything and cart that up the hill again. Try to use my flaps as an air brake.
Tree, to descend and maintain flight level 230.
So that's Robin Hood's Bay, which is really wonderful. I just didn't realise how small it is. It's very hard to see and manoeuvre around and stuff. And then that's about sort of halfway between Scarborough and Whitby. I came down to 200 feet there. And then we'll approach Scarborough, which is good news because I am so desperate for the loo right now. In fact, how are we doing altitude wise? We're okay. I'm just going to leave us. Okay. I want my attitude something sustainable. I don't know how to sort trim out, so I'm struggling with this, to be fair. Because I'm losing altitude, which doesn't give me much toilet time. There we go. I hope this doesn't crash. Okay, I'll be quick. You'll never produce so much output. God, I was like thinking, oh, but we're okay. No idea where we are now. Okay, I think that's Scarborough over there.
Mechanics 53 to descend and maintain 17,000 feet.
Looks like it. I think that out jut out bit is Scarborough Castle. One of them, anyway. So let me just think about this. Which one?
Mechanics 53 to descend and maintain 16,000 feet. Mechanics
The large
724
one.
descend and maintain flight level 260.
Oh, so yeah, this is the north side of Scarborough.
Eurowings 363 descend and maintain flight level 360. Descend and maintain flight level 260, Mechanics 724.
Yeah,
Descend
which is
and maintain
a
flight
lovely
level
drive.
360, Eurowings 363.
Okay, yeah, that's right. That's the north side, the North Bay. Trying to slow down and not stall. Right, so you would usually drive down there along that road. It's absolutely superb. Follow the road round.
Mechanics 53
I've walked all around here.
15,000 feet.
That very spiritual lady at the top there,
Traffic is 2 o'clock per mile at flight level 360 generic.
and Hindu.
Report them in sight.
Seems to be gaining airspeed for some reason.
Eurowings 363.
You drive all the way around
2
here.
o'clock per mile at flight level 360 generic. Report them in sight.
Around here.
IFAIR 569er traffic in sight.
Drive around here. There's a lot more to see than's depicted here. And then this is the main pier front.
Have a generic in sight.
Wow, it's fantastic actually to see this. And then here's our favourite place at Scarborough. Just beyond this roundabout.
Mechanics 53 to
The
descend
spa.
and maintain 11,000 feet.
It's absolutely fantastic. Car's driving a bit faster, isn't it? The spa is just here, Scarborough Spa. There's the orchestra just beneath. Then I discovered this little place just here, which is like a map of the stars, just there, only the other day, which is amazing. Let's just come back round. Actually, just before we come back round, we might as well just have a quick meander up to Caton Bay.
63 contact London Center on 118.475.
Look at Caton Bay.
Good day. Going to 118.475.
I would say this is the best beach, Caton Bay, in the area. Wonderful.
Mechanics 53 to descend and maintain 15,000 feet.
There it is. And when the tide's out, this whole area is beach. It's massive. But yeah, it's quite a trek. Don't get me wrong. It's a good trek down here, but it's well worth it. Well worth it.
Annex 53, to descend and maintain 14,000 feet.
So yeah, this is the sort of south side. Just here, there's some gardens, and they were absolutely superb to walk around. Just where I'm looking centre screen now. I can't remember what they're called. I've got it bookmarked actually. Not Caton Bay Beach.
Annex 53, to descend and maintain 12,000 feet.
Italian gardens, and they've just had like £1 million spent on doing them up. They're just here. The best ever, that place there, centre screen, that does the best ever afternoon tea. It's absolutely wonderful. I might actually fly over the place we've stayed, which is a very awkward road for parking and stuff. Oh, I wonder if we could see the Grand Hotel. That'd be cool. And actually tell it's the Grand Hotel as well. Walked all the way around here. All of this. So the Grand Hotel
Annex 53, to descend and maintain 11,000 feet.
sits very prominent. Looks beautiful from the outside. Terrible reviews. Okay, I can't see it. It'd be very noticeable. So, where did we stay? Across this bridge. Across the bridge, up the road, and then somewhere over the left here. Somewhere beneath us, anyway.
Descend and maintain flight level 360 Chenex 184.
Oh, I didn't know there was such a large park there as well. Dogs all know this area. And been on a few walks. Right, I better radio in and find somewhere to land. I didn't want to have to land while I was desperately needed no distractions really. But yeah, I think we stayed over on the left there. Yeah, that street down there. With all the yes, yep, that's it. Okay, I've got it. So this street here, literally these houses here, directly beneath us. That's where we stayed. It's rendered a bit oddly, but it's enough to actually tell. Right, so that's Scarborough. That was a flight from Chesterfield, or the outskirts of Chesterfield, Colaston Airfield, through Hull, via Hull, well, via Lincoln first actually, then to Hull, then to Hornsea, then to Bridlington, Pickering, following the North Yorkshire Moors Railway, up to Whitby, and then back down the east coast via Robin Hood's Bay to finish up at Scarborough. I don't know if there's anything else I want to see, particularly in the immediate vicinity, so I think it's just going to be a case of Get in touch with the nearest ATC. It's an airstrip. Let's go for that. Runway 35.
Echo Golf X-Ray Romeo, traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra 10 miles north, 700 feet inbound to land runway tree flight.
Well, I've not had any confirmation back that we're clear to land, but we'll go for it anyway. Into the pattern and then should be able to land this, I'm hoping anyway. I've had one successful landing, one unsuccessful landing so far. I'm just going to sort my flaps out because it seems to be taking quite some time. Oh, excuse me. Right. I don't know why the pattern entry is so far away. I thought it was closer than that. Can't get rid of that thing. It didn't half like me doing my flaps for me. Sure. Drops me in airspeed significantly. Come on. Be a late lunch today. Miles out. We'll be touching down in 5 minutes. Or 7 minutes. Touching down for 3 o'clock afternoon tea. Place called that I was recommending. I highly recommend it. Might be called the Clockhouse Cafe, actually. I think it is. It's not coming up. It's not on Google Maps. You could see it from the Scarborough Spa place, which I also really recommend. They've got an orchestra, like a resident orchestra that's absolutely superb. It's not a large orchestra, but it's large enough to cover some great music. And quite a funny compare as well. Okay, we're entering the pattern now. This looks like it could be a smooth landing, to be fair. We'll see. Ooh. A fair amount of yawning in this flight. I don't know what size plane I could touch down with on this airfield.
Echo Golf X-Ray Romeo, traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Tree Miles.
Probably quite a small small strip, I imagine. Yeah, I'm trying to get down to 50 knots. Chill Winston. Winston. It's combating a little bit of wind shear. Just a little bit annoying. I'm hoping it's that and not like stick drift on my controller. It's bound to be out there, isn't it? Strange having to juggle all these variables in flight, like attitude, thrust, flaps. There's a lot of things going on.
X-Ray Golf Sierra 2 miles west, 1,500 feet inbound to land runway tree 5.
Feels like we're going too slow. Actually, like generate any lift. I wonder if the pattern entry is the whole landing pattern is to just avoid
Echo Golf X-Ray Romeo,
urban
traffic
areas.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is on base runway tree 5. Echo Golf X-Ray Romeo, traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is on base runway tree 5.
I don't know why I'm going too fast. I've got my flaps down. I've got hardly any thrust, any engine speed. I'm banking to the left. Gain a bit of altitude, I suppose, if needs be. We'll reduce the throttle. Reduce the throttle, I'll end up stalling there in a second. So this goes up and down, up and down. Miles out. I said I'd land in 7 minutes. That was 7 minutes ago. Still not bad.
Echo Golf X-Ray Romeo, traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Golf Sierra is on final runway tree 5 to land.
See, nearly stalled it then. Oh, I don't want that. I'm not interested in your assistance. I do, however, want a nice clean landing. Still a mile out. Can't see the runway. That's a thin strip, isn't it? Doesn't seem like an airfield to me, this. Is it actually an airfield, or have I just landed in a farmer's field? Okay, how do I shut down the engine system, aircraft systems? Oh, I don't know. I thought it was RB or something like that. They all seem to be switched off anyway. That prop's not spinning. No. Oh, tiny little bit of space in the back there. That's enough stuff for the weekend. Okay, well, there we go. A successful landing as well. Always feels nice. That's been a long old flight. That, I mean, what has the flight time been? I mean, like airstrip to airstrip. Oh, it's only been a couple of hours. It's not a crazy amount of flight time, actually. Okay, all right. I'm going to kick it, and I will catch you later. Adios.